Weather coverage by the Georgia Association of Broadcasters. From the station that's on your side, News 12, first at 5, continues.
South Carolina.
But first, live at 5, a brawl on Wrightsboro Road ends in gunfire. It sent one man to the hospital. The Richmond County Sheriff's Office says the fight spilled over into the alley behind Church's Chicken. The victim is expected to be okay.
Now one woman is saying enough is enough. The violence in Augusta needs to end now. From fighting in schools, bullying, and gangs. Our Taylor Martin is live at 5 from the Stop the Violence rally. Taylor, what is the goal from today's event?
Well, I'm here at the Oak Point apartment complex in Augusta, and just inside, the event's going on. There's dancing, food, all in the name of ending violence for children in our school and giving them hope for the future and a better hope.
Hurt, like it's like when I see my son go through stuff with like kids his age, it kind of hurt, like because I've been through it as a kid myself. So I'm trying to prevent everybody from getting in trouble.
And all new on News 12 at 6 o'clock. I'll have more for you from the organizer of the event on why she held the event today, and I spoke to some people about why they came out.
All right, thanks for that update, Taylor. I mean, we've seen so many people in the community come together to stop that violence. I mean, we've seen the new mayor, Garnett Johnson, come together. We've seen the sheriff's office. They all say it's a community effort when it comes to stopping that violence here.
And hopefully when the community gets together, it sends a message. We're not going to accept this anymore.
Absolutely. Turning to weather now, we're taking a live look outside of our... The 4 people on your screen have been arrested for a prison smuggling attempt. All of this happening around 1 a.m. Tuesday morning after deputies found a woman on prison property. They later learned that she was there to make a contraband drop. They later found a car that they were using with someone inside and another woman on property as well. Pamela Norman, Carrie McIntosh, Ashley Colbert, and Elijah Fortin were arrested and are facing several charges.
It might feel like a lifetime ago, or maybe just yesterday, but today marks 3 years since the first COVID case was confirmed in the United States. Isn't that wow? Wow. It was in Washington, just north of Seattle. Really puts things into perspective. Funny how it feels so far away but so close at the same time. The spread of COVID still, though, plaguing our area. Today, DHEC gave us an update on COVID cases in South Carolina, and they say numbers are up. For the first week of the new year, they saw 68 deaths, and more than 85% of those were people 65 years old and older. Case counts in Richmond and Columbia and Aiken, those were all pretty low, though, but experts are still encouraging you at home when you're out and about, it's a good idea to mask up. Support continues to pour in for Justin Gilstrap. He's the 11-year-old boy recovering after being mauled by dogs.
Well, the commander in charge of Dog Nation took to social media today to wish Justin a quick and speedy recovery. Erica Stevens, Justin's mother, posted the interaction on Facebook. Take a look.
Justin, what's up? It's Coach Smart, Georgia Bulldogs, man. We're thinking about you and praying for you, and just want you to know, proud you love the dogs. Sorry you missed our game, but we know you're out there pulling for us. Go Dogs. Justin, what's up?
Okay, how cool is that?
Yeah, I was just about to say the same thing. That is so cool.
Yeah.
That Kirby Smart was able to give a shout out there.
Oh, yeah.
That's so cool. And he's the biggest Georgia fan. We've seen that over the past few weeks with Nick Veland covering that.
Yeah, and people from all over the world have been sending him messages and just these little inspirational quotes, and it's just really cool to see how not just our community, but a much larger community is rallying around this little boy.
From Australia, I think we had that.
Yeah,
Australia, all the way to Australia.
London, people from London have been sending him things. It's really cool to see just this incredible outpouring of support for this kid.
Bigger than just us. Well, Hampton County has been thrown into the national spotlight because of the Murdaugh dynasty. After the break, we look at the impact on the county is with Alex Murdaugh's upcoming murder trial.
And enjoy the dry weather tomorrow because Sunday is looking like a washout. We'll take a look at those rain totals for you coming up in the full forecast just after the break.
time and combinations with our new 4 for $6 deal, only at Hardee's.
It's a county that typically doesn't get a lot of attention, but in recent years it has been thrown into the national spotlight because of the Murdoch family.
Yeah, and for all the wrong reasons. Michael Higdon takes a look at how the family has been regarded and revered across generations, but what people now think ahead of Alec Murdaugh's murder trial.
The Murdoch family is a dynasty in Hampton County. The family has a longtime connection to the 14th Circuit Solicitor's Office, which serves Allendale, Beaufort, Colleton, Hampton, and Jasper counties. And with that comes privilege and power.
I think in Hampton County, we had a family, or we had a group that sort of controlled the destiny of people.
Ben Fennell is from Hampton County and agrees that whatever the Murdoch family wanted, the Murdoch family tended to get.
This community senses that something's broken, not only with the on a national level, with being regarded as in a crisis, but on a local level, we have people that are so in bed, for lack of a better word, with powers to be, that they're not discharging their duties, and that is sad. The other part about this is when you wonder, for how long has the county been under this influence?
Fennell says for the most part, there are no career opportunities in the county, nor quality of life like parks or bowling alleys. He says the influential people in the county could have changed that. Local attorneys agree the Murdochs were the law of the land.
They are kings. All right, they are benevolent kings in Hampton County. They do wonderful things for the community. They're loved, but they're also feared, okay, because they are the law. All right, and as a king, even as a benevolent king, they have the power to smite you.
And for that reason, according to community members, is typically why no one ever speaks up until now.
Jurors, I've had enough of this. I've had enough of this sense of an abuse of power, of an arrogance that makes you think it's okay somehow to use whatever privilege you've been born into to take advantage of others who didn't have the same opportunity.
Community members say while the Murdoch family lately has put Hampton County under a dark cloud, they're hopeful some light will start shining and changes will be made for the betterment of the community.
We don't know how bad it is. We don't know how broken we really are, because we don't know to what level this has affected our justice system.
We have to rebuild the trust in our justice system in our state, and we're doing that. We have to let people know that there are, I have a Cup of Justice podcast, that there aren't two cups of justice, that the wealthy and the privileged drink from one and the rank and file drink from the other.
And we will certainly keep our eyes on that case as things unfold.
Yeah, and this weekend when it's raining, you could maybe binge the Netflix docu-series, because I know a lot of people have been watching it. It's really crazy because it is on the very outskirts of our viewing area. So, I mean, this one literally hits close to home.
Absolutely. Taking a live look outside, possibly some pretty gusty winds. All right, thanks, Riley. Next on News 12 at 5, the Trollocs Creek boys basketball team is on a mission to defend their state title. We hear from the Razorbacks, who are trying to get back to states for the 4th year in a row.
And movie fans, if you are only using streaming devices, you might be missing out. After the break, we compare Netflix versus old-fashioned DVDs.
Start something new today in Waynesboro.
Save up to $6,400 on Ram 1500 Bitcoin Quadcats, as low as $750 a month. Take the short drive down 25.
Shop 24/7 at goodtogowaynesboro.com.
Meet Kristen. She's alive today thanks to around 25 lifesavers who donated blood.
I owe this massive thank you.
At the Blood Connection, we believe that lifesavers deserve to be thanked. Come donate blood with the Blood Connection and find out what it really means to be rewarded.
People ask
ask me.
Connection and find out what it really means to be rewarded.
Over 3,000 off. New Jeep Compass Latitudes in Waynesboro. Just $500 a month.
Best selection, lowest prices, and friendly service.
The Start Something New sales event. Good to go. Waynesboro.com.
Well, if you've watched a movie in the last few weeks, you probably streamed it over Netflix, Hulu, or Amazon Prime.
Okay, and that may be fine for most people, but Jamie Tucker says there's something even better, and it might be something you haven't used in quite a while.
Everyone knows Netflix, Amazon Prime are fantastic. Millions of people subscribe, lots of content. But if you're a serious movie buff, have you ever wondered, how does streaming compare with the good old-fashioned DVD?
Streaming is convenient, but there's a huge trade-off in quality. With a basic Netflix subscription, movies you watch are not in high definition. And to get full HD on Netflix, the subscription is $15.50 a month, and it's $20 a month for 4K UHD. Even with the more expensive subscription, there's a limited selection of 4K movies. You'll also need a 4K TV or streaming device, and if it's connected over Wi-Fi, the internet speed may not be fast enough for full 4K. Smaller TVs will be fine with standard HD, but you'll notice a big difference if your TV is 50 inches or larger. Blu-ray DVDs, on the other hand, are all in full HD. Blu-ray DVD players are under $100 now, no internet required. DVD players also offer up to 7.1 surround sound for an even better home theater experience. You won't get that on Netflix. DVDs also have bonus features you won't get on Netflix or Amazon streaming. So where do you find DVDs these days? There are Redbox rental kiosks everywhere, and Netflix still has a DVD rental program that delivers to your home. You'll find a much better selection of new movies on DVDs too.
The other reason is psychological. How many times have you spent maybe an hour just doing this, looking for something to watch? But if you rent a movie, just like you used to do at Blockbuster, you're invested. You tend to watch that movie that night. If you're a movie fan and you're only streaming, you're missing the big picture. That's What the Tech. I'm Jamie Tucker.
Okay, I did not know they still mailed you stuff.
It's like Family Video all over again.
Or Blockbuster.
Blockbuster, yeah.
Yeah, there you go. At last count, Netflix has roughly 209 million paid memberships to its streaming service, but only 2 million or so customers to its DVD rental program.
Let's bring back those big black tapes that are in the case that you used
nobody
to use.
ever would rewind.
The VHS, I think that's what
It
it's
would
called.
say, yes.
I use those.
Do you know how old I am? I
barely use them,
I got my first TV job mailing out VHS tapes.
I'm sorry.
That's how old I am.
I didn't mean to do that.
That's okay.
Well, do you want to be the next voice of the Braves? They are having open tryouts this Saturday during Braves Fest. The team is setting up a booth at Truist Park. If you want to try, they will provide a script for you, and then you will also hear your voice through the stadium loudspeakers. Braves fans will vote for finalists on social media between February 18th and the 20th, and the new announcer will be named before the 2023 season. Happy.
On your sideline, sports brought to you by the Hawk Law Group.
Good evening, everyone. It's Friday, which means basketball teams from across the CSRA will be hitting the court with hopes of improving their chances of making a championship run. One team that has a track record of making it to state over the past several years is the Cross Creek Razorbacks. The reigning Class 3A state champions graduated 6 seniors last year, so there are a lot of young faces competing for playing time and moving into new roles. In light of all their recent success, head coach Lawrence Kelly believes the best way for his team to make it back to state for the 4th year in a row is to eliminate any complacency that comes with winning it all.
We constantly remind the guys every year. Last year we won a state title, but once we win that state title, they enjoy that state title for, maybe a couple weeks or whatever it is. And, we get back to work because we're always looking for the next one. That's what we're looking for. And like I said, that's the mindset from the coaching staff. That's the mindset down to the seniors, the juniors, the sophomores, and then even the freshmen that got the opportunity to play varsity.
The Razorbacks are on the road tonight for a matchup with Hepzibah. If Cross Creek wins, they'll improve to 5-0 in region play.
The Zaxby's Asian Sensation. Combine your favorite flavors into the perfect deal with our new 4 for $6 menu only at Hardee's.
Injured? Call Austin Jackson, the Augusta guy. A serious car accident is an urgent situation. You need a law firm that understands that and works fast to get you the answers and help you need. I'm Austin Jackson, and our law firm is fast, responsive, and ready to talk to you anytime. So call, text, or email 24/7, or meet in our office in the heart of downtown Augusta. Call me and get help now. Injured? Call Austin Jackson, the Augusta guy, 706-724-2661.
Answers to your legal